Welcome to FFC Top 3, a show where we, your FFC hosts, count things down from 3 to number 1. Thank you for joining us this week. If you have a suggestion, you know where to hit us up. I kind of have been putting out little feelers every once in a while on Twitter. If you have any sort of suggestions for us of things you would like for us to discuss on Top 3, no matter how crazy or controversial they may be.
801 lore.
No. Anyway, this week's Top 3 is not controversial, or at least hopefully not. Last time we did something that I thought was not controversial, Justin went on and on and on about sandwiches. But hot dogs. This week we're talking about Top 3 candy, which is hopefully pretty simple to do. And
you say that now.
I know. Guess who gets to go first this week, Beard?
Oh, how did I know?
You're
how
back!
Did I know?
You're back!
I was sitting here the entire time before the show. I was like, she's going to ask me if I'm ready, and I'm going to be the first one to go. And I'm like, maybe I'll just keep pushing this off. Maybe it'll just be like,
maybe I'll just keep pushing this off.
I don't have to go eventually at that point. You could just never has to happen.
I mean, I do always ask if you're ready to start the show. At least consider it.
That's the fair joke, but okay. Anyway, I think I'm actually I have to reuse one that we did before. Cowtails.
Cowtails.
If it's not cowtails, then they are like they're caramel rings with cream in the middle. Many people know them more that way. There's the they make them two ways. There's the ones that are like flat caramel and cream inside, and then there's also ones that are more like tubed, which is personally the way that I tend to like them. They're softer that way because the flatter ones tend to be a little bit more. I guess they could be a little bit more chewy. So just personal preference. I like it more that. Problem is that of course I think it's more of a like a Pennsylvania Dutch type of candy. I don't think it's around as a common thing.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think if I even know if I've ever seen one, and I don't know if I have. Blue, have you seen one?
No. I've heard of them though.
I mean, next time we're together, I'll have to snag some up. I really do feel like they happen to be something that's more like Northeast area though. Kind of like Yingling in a lot of rights. Like it's East Coast in a way.
That makes me miss. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah, it's good beer. I haven't had a beer in a long time. Maybe that's my problem. Anyway, who's next?
Blue. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is licorice.
Oh, out! Get out!
What color?
Get out! What color?
Black.
Nope. Get out! Out! You're grounded.
Black like your soul, maybe.
I also like ouzo, but that's not a candy.
No.
I mean,
licorice. I just can't do licorice at all. Like that flavor, anise seed of any kind is like, nope, can't do it.
I mean, I don't mind like red licorice. That's pretty good, but I don't know about black licorice. That's
but see, the thing is me also. I don't have like a huge sweet. So I mean, and
that would explain it.
To defend myself a little bit, it is my number 3.
That's true.
So,
that's true. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, I think we're just gonna have some.
I like setting the bar low.
You've picked a pretty contentious one. I don't know many people who are like, I can handle black licorice. It's either you love it or you hate it.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely. I definitely understand that. Like, I don't know. I guess growing up, that was things that we always. My dad loves it, and so it was one of those things where it's like the family didn't like it, and so in order to have candy, if you liked black licorice, you actually got more candy. If that makes sense. So
are you telling me you were conditioned from a young age to like black licorice? Because what I'm hearing here is that this is actually more the psychology lesson behind Blue's interest in candy choices from a young age up.
I mean, it helps. Again, it helps that I don't have a really strong sweet tooth. So, like, I don't know which one came first. My taste buds or the licorice? I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, my number 3 is also not a super sweet one either. And it's definitely a regional one as well. Because my number 3 is something called Vero Mangoes, which are a mango sucker that is dipped in chili lime powder. And you get them from Mexico. And I grew up in an area that is extremely Hispanic. Lots of Hispanic population, and a lot of my friends would go down to Mexico and bring these back after Christmas, and I would basically barter with them, bringing them other things that I got for Christmas in trade for these Vero Mango suckers. They're so good, but they are spicy. But you've heard of them, Beard, or at least you're acting like you've heard of them. Have you tried one?
Yes, I did actually, because I had a friend that was able to actually bring some up back this way back when I was in high school, so it was a while ago.
Yeah.
But I did try a couple of them. At least when my taste buds were back out of high school, I liked them a fair bit. But only having like one or two, I definitely can't remember exactly what they were. But I can say I at least liked them.
Nice. Blue, have you ever tried one?
I have not, but I have heard.
Yay! Something that you've heard of. Cool. Which takes us to number 2, and Beard, you are up.
Hooray! My next one I think has to be goodness. I was thinking I was thinking Skittles, but it's not Skittles. Jolly Rancher Skittles.
Oh.
Yeah, because Skittles tends to be a little bit too sweet, and in some cases, after a little while, they tend to like turn sour after you start to eat them for a little while. But Jolly Rancher Skittles, on the other hand, actually do very well.
Okay.
Now, flip this around, though, and I would also kind of give like a secondary, and we'll kind of give it as the Jolly Rancher thing as we go along here. Jolly Rancher jelly beans. Because those are freaking delicious.
I can't do jelly beans. That's actually my one thing that I will refuse to eat no matter what flavor it is.
Okay.
I just can't. I can't. I mean,
all right.
Sorry.
It's fine. I apparently see that nobody here likes each other's tastes for the most part.
That's why this show is good. We all are different.
I guess so. Everybody hates each other is what
it's like, well, you're wrong, so...
It's a texture thing for me. It always has been. I hate it getting in my teeth, and I know that some people like really dislike, not necessarily jelly beans, but some of like the fruit chews or the taffies for the same reason.
Right. Taffy, especially like saltwater taffy or whatnot, I enjoy it, but it doesn't like my teeth.
Yeah.
Because I should technically get braces, or I should have gotten braces when I was much younger. So I never necessarily had some of the corrective spots where my teeth needed to be. So it does get stuck places that it probably shouldn't.
Right.
I don't have that problem with jelly beans, though. I don't know if it's just like the couple types that I grab, because I know exactly what you mean by that, because there are a couple brands of jelly beans, and I can't think of some of the Wonka ones especially. I can't eat them because they feel like saltwater taffy eventually.
Yeah.
But the Jolly Rancher ones specifically, I don't know what is so different. I don't know what is so different about them. But there is something different that I can stand them, and they don't get stuck all in different places in the crevices of my teeth.
Yeah, I get that though. That one, saltwater taffy though, I don't have a problem with. It's just jelly beans, and I think it's the kind of slight grittiness that is also with them, because when they're older, especially, they kind of crystallize.
Yeah, you end up having a lot of the sugar basically just clumped together.
I just can't do it. Blue, what about your number 2?
My number 2 is actually just straight up jelly.
Okay.
I really like hard candy.
Which is your favorite Jolly Rancher?
Man, that's actually a tough one.
Black ones, obviously.
I mean, obviously the black licorice ones are the best. No. And Green just like left. I don't know where she went, but she was like, and she just disappeared.
I just can't.
I mean, like I like the watermelon ones. I don't know. I don't know. Like I think I'm kind of an equal opportunist when it comes to Jolly Ranchers. They all taste pretty good. I like hard candies though, because like they're not, I don't know, like the chewy candies, my problem with them is kind of similar to what Beard is saying. Like and both you and Beard actually, it's the texture thing. Like I don't know what it is about like soft candy. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Right.
It also is like efficiency wise, hard candy lasts longer, so you get more out of it.
Wait. You are like efficiency experting your candy choices out. Like you were like
yeah. Have you not? Did you not have to like pick the best candy to have as a kid based off like?
I'm just saying, you may as well title this one "Blues Psychological Issues with Candy."
I mean,
right?
I told you
like,
that I'm not like
I
told you I'm not like a huge candy person, and this is why. It's because as a kid we were like, you get like, you're like, all right, you get 3 pieces of candy or whatever, and it's like, well, the choices are Laffy Taffy, Jolly Ranchers, or whatever, and yeah, Jolly Rancher is gonna last you longer.
Right. That's just funny though.
I really don't mean to,
you can really vandalize a lot of stuff with Jolly Ranchers.
God, yes.
It was like one of our high school pranks was we went to a high school that had massive front windows. That was a mistake on their part.
Oh no.
Because the fun thing about hard candies is if you get them wet and you stick them to a piece of glass, you know what doesn't happen? They don't come off without breaking the glass. So you have to sit there with either like a hose of water and wash them off, or you just have to break the pane of glass. Like it's really like, and Jolly Ranchers are the worst. Like that's like any hard candy, but Jolly Ranchers will. I mean, it's like they basically bond to the glass. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so there was that. That was the added benefit.
I don't know if it's honestly just the sugars in them or what, but yeah, they absolutely bond to like anything.
It's
not
so
even just
bad.
the glass.
It's
like
well,
it even
that's
seems
true.
like
Yeah.
they bond to like brick or cinder.
It's
And I'm like,
double
what?
as glue.
Yeah,
It's so bad. Like it's so funny. But yeah, if you ever need something to stick, just throw a Jolly Rancher on it. That's all.
Oh my god.
Multi-purpose candy right there.
So what you're telling me is zombie apocalypse comes around. We don't need super glue or duct tape. We just need a bag of Jolly Ranchers.
You don't look. Everyone else is going to be stressing out about the lack of Gorilla Glue. I'm just going to the candy store. I don't know what you guys are doing.
You guys. I mean, I like hard candy. Jolly Ranchers, I wouldn't say are my favorite, though. I'm more of a mint person. So my number 2 is candy cane in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, candy cane's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a particular type of candy cane that one of the grocery stores up here sells. It's the store is called Sprouts, and they do a raw sugar candy cane. So it's got like the molasses taste again still. And so it's a little bit of peppermint, a little bit of molasses, but it's super yummy. And candy cane, I don't know. I like Jolly Ranchers, but Jolly Ranchers will break your teeth. Because I'm not patient.
Going back to the bonding conversation there.
Right?
I was going to say, or worse, they bond to your teeth and pull one out, because I have heard stories of that.
Oh my god.
People just sit with them like against their teeth and they just like lightly chew on them.
It trains you to be patient, is what it does.
Yeah.
See, I'm not. So I like candy canes because a lot of times they have those air pockets in them, and you can just snap them in half.
Oh, yeah. That's true, yeah.
It's a less detrimental to your teeth kind of candy. And you can sharpen the end of it into a shank.
Yes, I'm going to say, I think you were reading what Z was saying. You gotta stop that.
You can weaponize them.
Stop that.
You know.
I mean, Z and I are on the same page a lot of times, Beard. You just don't realize this.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say, meanwhile, Black Flag's over here in chat going, I think Z has a point, but I don't know if I missed this chat or not. Anyway.
Aww. Takes us to our number 1.
Yup, which is to the guy that just hated on you. My number 1 is, and I probably am going to get a little flack for this, but I am more a fan of sour than I am much else, even though the rest of it has sounded very sweet. So Sour Patch Kids or any variation thereof.
Are Warheads as like also in that listing at all, or is that too sour? Because Warheads tend to be like the extreme.
See, on sour, I like it for the sake that it be like a softer candy, so that I can also end my torment whenever I want to.
Right.
So that's one kind of idea behind it. You know, you got to have your candy with a safe word once in a while. Anyway, the base idea in this regard, though, is that I don't know if there's also the way that it holds the sour flavor a little bit more. But I think that the softer ones versus the harder ones, I think it's a little better about it.
I mean, we were talking about psychology with Blue's choices, but I think your choice is just as revealing. First they're sour, then they're sweet.
Yeah.
And then I only
enjoy things with safe words. I don't know what you are talking about.
Who knew we were going to get so deep into FFC psychology today? Oh my gosh.
Black Flag, I need an adult. Just remember Black Flag.
So I have a funny story. I have a funny story that I'm not allowed to say on her about related to that.
Of course you're
beard.
not.
I'm gonna tell. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after we're done recording.
Oh, okay. No. All right, Blue. What's your number 2 or number 1? Right?
My number one. So my number 1. I know, like Green. I know Green knows this about me. A lot of people don't really understand this about me. Is I'm not a huge fan of chocolate. Like I really don't like your normal chocolate. I don't know. I don't not like it. It's just not like something that I'm like, oh, I need to go get I don't understand that. But, I will be honest, Reese's peanut butter cups are freaking amazing.
And my wife would get a lot.
The one that's the best ever is the Easter egg ones. Because it is the perfect ratio of, you know what, you can make fun of me for all you want, but I don't think anyone will argue that it is the perfect ratio of peanut butter to chocolate, which, I mean,
I absolutely agree with you.
To be fair, Reese's already has a corner on the market for the ratio, but like, I don't know what it is about the Easter egg, because it's like they're actual Easter, like they're actually egg shaped. I don't know what it is about it, but oh my gosh. Oh, they're so good. So good.
Yes.
Side note, because I completely forgot about them because they are seasonal, but Cadbury eggs.
I'm not a big fan of Cadbury eggs. I think they're too sweet.
I like them. Like I only get like anywhere from like 1 to maybe 5 during the whole like couple months that they're released, but
you know, and the other,
I don't know, I like them on and off.
The other thing with Cadbury is it's a texture thing. Like it's definitely the texture. The texture just is for me, it's very off-putting.
Well, it's also straight milk chocolate with the cream in the middle, so it's not like your dark chocolate or anything whatsoever. Yeah,
right. Gosh, like I don't know, just any of the filled chocolate kind of. What was it? The cherry cordials. That was another one that had that same kind of filling in there. They're just so sweet that I don't think I could ever have more than maybe one. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of with
before you get to yours. Before you get to yours, though, what about like chocolate covered cherries?
Chocolate covered strawberries. Yes, I'm actually not a huge fan of cherries, believe it or not.
No, I didn't see that coming. Actually,
yeah. I mean, just not.
Yeah. All right. Never mind.
Sorry. But my number 1 is actually going to trigger Beard a little bit.
Of course it will.
I actually love saltwater taffy.
And now I'm off this show.
It's my favorite. It always has been. It's one of those things like when we go up to Estes Park, there is a saltwater taffy shop, and I've talked to Blue about this, that is just... So good. They make it themselves in shop, and you can watch them make it. And it is very good.
It's really cool to watch them make saltwater taffy, actually.
Yeah, and it's a simple thing, but it's fresh saltwater taffy, and it has to be fresh, because just like jelly beans, saltwater taffy can go bad real quick. It tends to turn into a rock instead of crystallizing, though. But they have this type of saltwater taffy up in Estes Park that is a Texas pecan saltwater taffy, and it is a white taffy that is kind of a mapley type taste with actual pecan pieces inside of it, and it is delicious. I will go through an entire pound of that if I am allowed. Julie may have to hide the box whenever we do get some because I'm bad about sharing. Anyway, that Beard, are you triggered a little bit?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. I might trigger you with next week's topic, though.
Of course you will.
It's not too bad.
I mean, look, if there's, like, I feel like 9 times out of 10 when we end up having these topics brought up, there is something that just makes me go, but do we have to make it that broad? Or something else?
Oh, no. Oh, no. This one I think you'll be able to do pretty quick.
All right.
Top 3 annoying habits others have.
Oh, others have. I was like, wait, of myself? Because, yeah, I got 3 right away.
You want to talk psychology?
Yeah, of others?
Yeah, top 3 things that annoy you about others.
So can I bring work into this fold? Because,
oh, yeah, we'll see how the next week goes. But it might be a long session with Dr. Blue.
I have this big feeling
there's a lot of
more...
There's a lot of beep 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 beep.
Just bring some alcohol, we'll be fine.
I feel like it's going to be me, like, looking at the psychologist going, man, can I pay more for more than a 30-minute session? Because I think I'm going to need it.
Uh-huh. It's going to be great. I'm excited for it. But...
See?
Yes.
C's top 3 for that one. Breathing, talking, and thinking.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, Z. All right, then. With that... we'll end this week's episode of Top 3. Thank you for joining us in the craziness that it is this show, this little side show we do. And remember, everybody loves a list. Okay, what's the thing that you were going to say that you didn't want to have on record?